Hi, I'm Heidi.
And I'm Byron.
And we are sailing Schmidt.
In this episode, Byron and I sail to 3 iconic cays in the Bahamas. We left from Eleuthera and sailed to Norman's Cay, then to Shroud Cay, and finally Big Major Cay. These are all islands in the northern part of the Exuma Island District, which is composed of 365 cays and islands. A cay is just a natural low island or sandbar. I pronounce C-A-Y as K, as I've heard most cruisers do, but Bahamians pronounce it as Key. Getting to Norman's Cay was a night passage. We got to sail downwind a bit, and then on a broad reach for most of the way. The last 6 hours or so we had to motor into the wind. Overnight passages are getting old for us. We arrived around 8 a.m. and took a nap. So we went ahead and explored all the touristy novelty attractions, which are not necessarily our favorite type of experience, but we were curious and they were on our way south. We don't have a lot of time to make many stops as we were trying to get to Grenada before hurricane season. We were eager to snorkel the plane wreck there. Norman's Cay was used as a stopping point for drug transportation under a Colombian cartel between Colombia and the U.S. in the 70s and 80s. Urban legend tells us that this plane, which was a C-46, was a drug-running plane that crashed due to being overloaded with kilos. However, according to a book written by Mackay Beeler called Buccaneer, his story is that a pilot known as British Andy, who had a drinking problem, brought the C-46 to Norman's Cay to try to sell it to the cartel. The cartel wasn't interested, but after a few beers one morning, British Andy and a passenger did a few practice landings on the strip, and he misjudged the runway. The plane splashed into the shallow water. British Andy and his passengers survived.
Catching some air.
Interestingly, British Andy did not own that plane, and he had to return to Florida and explain to the owner why he no longer had a plane to sell. Regardless, the wreck attracts lots of reef fish and is a pretty fun, shallow, easy snorkel. I usually dive on our anchor when we arrive at a new anchorage to examine our holding. This one looks good. The anchorage at Norman's Cay was very calm, and we took this opportunity to clean our hull. We had quite a lot of algae scum buildup on the hull and a heavy coating of barnacles on the propeller. Scrubbing the hull is not that difficult. It's just a matter of being able to get to all the spots. Now, the barnacles on the propeller is another story. Those things are hard as a rock, they're stuck on there, and they are sharp. While we were cleaning, I heard a loud engine noise and I came up to see what was going on, and it was a seaplane just taking off right across the anchorage. It's quite a surprise.
Holy smokes!
We got the hull looking a lot better, and after all that work, it was time to go explore the island. There's not a lot to explore on the island. You've got a marina, 2 restaurants, and Norman's Cay Airport, and some abandoned buildings which were from the drug cartel era, but nothing real remarkable. By the looks of this cockpit, it looks like we've had a lot of fun. Welcome to Norman's Cay, home of the $20 drink. Sometimes you just have to get 1 or 3. We observed small planes taking off and landing quite frequently. I imagine it might be a bucket list item for some pilots to land here, given the checkered past of the airport. Serenity. This is a perfect anchorage and what we dream of. It happens about 20% of the time when we're anchoring, and then maybe 60% of the time it's good to tolerable, and the other 20% is, I would say, rolly and uncomfortable. But not tonight. After 2 nights at Norman's Cay, we headed over to Shroud Cay. We sailed part of it and then had to motor. Shroud Cay is the site of what is fondly called the washing machine, a coastal area where strong tidal currents create a swirling oceanic tub. The anchorage here was quite rolly, but the sunset was still top-notch. We planned to head to the washing machine a few hours before high tide, as was recommended to us. It's a dinghy ride down the Sanctuary Creek. This lazy river ride itself was worth the trip. If it's close enough to high tide, then you won't run aground in the creek.
Just came through that shallow part.
Sanctuary Creek was full of marine wildlife, specifically turtles. Byron considers them speed bumps. Not because we run over them, it's because we have to slow down or turn back so that I can film them. The creek itself was a wonderful experience. I just had to plunge the camera to see the mangrove roots. Once I saw them, I understood why people tie up to them when a hurricane is coming.
Here in Six Flags over Texas, we appreciate y'all coming to LaSalle's River. You have to watch out for the people that are shooting across the river. Oh no! Look ahead!
I don't see it.
The mighty beaver has fallen a tree across the river. What will we do?
As we approached the northern coast, the river widened and we spotted the beach to pull up the dinghy. We could clearly feel the current. So we have arrived at the end of the river. As the tide empties from the shallower Exuma Bank to the Exuma Sound, it creates a rapid river, sweeping everything out of the Sanctuary River into the shallows. It really was a lot of fun to experience the current. There is a hike up the hill here that was a lookout point for the DEA in the 70s and 80s. They were keeping an eye on the activities of the Colombian cartel on Norman's Cay. Took a little hike. You can kind of see the washing machine. Tide's still coming in, so it's not really washing yet. It's a nice view, although I forgot my shoes. So I had to walk on soft sand, but very sharp rocks. Uh-oh, I can't swim against this current. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna float then. Yeah, this is cool. It is. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. I don't want to go all the way out there. It's a fish.
That would be a shark.
What's a shark?
It's a nurse shark.
Baby shark?
No, it's not. Oh, that's a fish.
Okay. That was a barracuda. Back for the turtle. I think we can see him.
Oh, I see.
He's just hanging out down there. Oh.
You didn't like that.
No.
I turned right to them.
Might be a turtle. We were glad to leave Shroud Cay because the anchorage was so rolly. It was a short day sail from Shroud Cay to Big Major Cay, about 35 nautical miles. We had about 23 knot winds, so we had 2 reefs in. It was really a great sailing day. 6.3 knots! In early May, a lot of cruisers are wrapping up their time in the Bahamas and going north. We were still headed south. We saw at least 5 or 6 sailing vessels headed north during this short sail. This is Big Major Cay, home of Pig Beach, swimming swines. The next day we decided to go explore Pig Beach. It was Byron's birthday, and I'm not sure he really wanted to see the pigs on his birthday. I promised we would find another way to celebrate later in the afternoon. Here we come, piggies! Some boats have already been here this morning. They might be full. Do pigs get full? They eat all day? What in the world? Oh, there's a shark. Is that a nurse shark? Did they eat the pigs or?
No, he's waiting for food from us. All that crap that pigs don't eat goes down to the bottom. Here he comes.
I wonder how
See what he looks like.
deep these rocks are.
Okay. Okay. I don't have any food. Okay.
Hey, you
We
stupid
don't have
pig.
anything. Oh!
He's mad. He's upset. No, I was looking at this shark because he's got a, he had a remora that was on him.
Oh, one of those little fish?
Yeah.
I think we both knew what we would see here. Animals adapted to their circumstances, having become desperate beggars for food from an unpredictable source, sometimes adopting an aggressive persona. Apparently, when a pig becomes unusually aggressive and is deemed dangerous, the local people have a pig roast. It is cool that the pigs have adapted to life on the beach, but this is kind of a gray area for me. The pigs are getting fed here, but are they getting fed in the off-season? Do they get enough fresh water? Do they take in too much salt water? And do they get sunburned? The signs say that there are caretakers, so as long as they're truly taking care of the pigs, I don't see what the difference is between these pigs and pigs living on a farm. The signs clearly say, do not pick up baby pigs, and yet here is a woman holding a baby pig. Pig Beach just wasn't our thing, but we were there and we saw it. We just had to draw some boundaries around what we would do there and what we wouldn't. We decided we would not get in the water with the pigs, and we didn't really want to feed the pigs. Food is too expensive in the Bahamas. And also we wouldn't run our water maker there. Just a piece of advice. We also visited what is called Cruisers Beach, a place where cruisers meet, socialize, and leave their mark with a sign or by sticker bombing. Many of our friends have been here.
Cruisers Beach. Supposed to be able to meet people here. Well, it's not as junky as I thought, maybe. I don't know. See if we have anybody we know here.
That's someone you know.
Oh! Troy and Lori. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see that. Look, there's Ron and Cindy.
Overall, we are glad we visited these places to see what the hype is all about. We came away with an attitude of been there, done that, and don't feel a need to return. Just around the corner, literally, from Big Major Cay is Staniel Cay, the location of the Thunderball Grotto. Join us in our next episode as we meet up with some friends, experience the grotto, and celebrate Byron's birthday.